Good. Hello. Hi. Good evening, everybody. I did a live last night, and it was unannounced. And I just kind of fucked about for 20 minutes at the end of work. Today, we're doing a bit of actual housekeeping. I say housekeeping. I'm not actually going to be tidying anything up. But I am going to be responding to some comments, because it's one of the many things that I have neglected recently. So I thought, why not make a thing of that? So I've been like keeping an eye on like comments that've been coming through, and you know, sort of the tone of them, I suppose. Overall, still, you know, perfectly lovely. There have been one or two like mean ones, and I know they're like hiding in there somewhere, so we'll get to those. Today I'm drinking a cider because it's currently about 45 degrees or some bullshit. It's a new release from Old Moot, watermelon and lime, and it's all right. Yeah, I was going to do a review of this originally, and then I was like, it's not enough. There's not enough in it, really. I've just been there kind of like, it's kind of melony. It's a little bit of lime, it's a little bit of fizz. Tastes like sugar. It is in a brown bottle. So yeah, that's my review of Old Moot watermelon and lime in a nutshell. What do they have to say for themselves? Cider blended with watermelon and lime juice. You're about to experience a refreshing blend of the natural sweetness of watermelon and crisp lime, that fruit well known for being really sweet. We love nature, and we couldn't craft our tasty cider without it. Or breathe, I guess. Which is why we like to look after it. Read more information. Okay, cool. Let's get to this. Let's do this thing. So I actually already have a tab open. So grab a tab, comments, share. Hopefully it's not porn. Cool. Right. So you can now see that. That is the comment section on my channel. Cool. So let's do this. Let's see how this goes. This might never be a thing again. I feel like I say that on every live, but this might never be a thing again. So Mersey beers, but I do feel I like missed something. Was it dog training, then late tea and sleep? Dog training? Do you know what? I'm supposed to be replying to these, aren't I? So what are you training your dog to do? Yeah, that's a qualification, right? What's the other one? Something in Guilds? Princes and Guilds? I don't fucking know. Anyway, Spider, 9 hours ago, said, I've been making rusty nails the last 2 days with Chivas Regal with lemon peel over a 2-inch ice cube, and it definitely cuts right through my soul! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, whiskey emoji. If I'm not mixing it with scotch, then I'm having it straight on a cube of ice with expressed lemon peel. And that's in reply to the how to use Drambuie video. Again, one of those videos where I did not expect anything really to come from it, and people are vibing with it, and I don't know why, but I'm into it. Chivas is a decent blend, which it is. Lemon peel. To cut through the sweetness, because I do. That's actually a pretty cool idea. Putting a bit of citrus in there because Drambuie, very sweet, very sweet. Full 40% was very sweet, very sugary. Dan Jones, in response to what has got to be one of the more out there videos I've done recently, the ranking every Red Dwarf episode ever. I explained on that video, it's more because I said I would do it and then I didn't get around to it, so I wanted to make good on my promise. I think you're out of your mind for some of your choices, but loved the Vidman. Just listening to other ideas is why of why things are good or bad is very interesting. Clarification. Which did you disagree with? Curious to know. There we go. Is this fun yet? So I'll take another swig of cider. Also, something that who here remembers Karamak? I don't know why we say remember. It's still very much a thing. I think it's just one of those things that people kind of like think is gone, and it's not. Dairy Milk have finally just been like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just copy that, and they created Caramilk. And it's quite nice. So that was my review of Caramilk. I'm just going to be spotting little reviews in amongst this. Jeff Whiskey, the fun little slapper, commented on peated Glasgow whiskey. Much prefer the peated over the fresh and fruity one, yet didn't get any hot dog from it. I've really enjoyed the Malt Riot blend they put out and is the favourite of the three. Also, it's cheap like me. Nice one, buddy. Cheers. Oh, that cheap hussy, Jeff. Malt Riot I've not tried. Malt Riot is one I've not gotten around to, but if it comes with such a lofty recommendation, I was disappointed and surprised to find he was a straight man. It was the mustache, it really threw me. It's like, you know, are they gay or are they European? It's a tough call. Louis Macchia, a day ago on trying Mellowcorn, says, yes, Mellowcorn is a cult, and I am now officially in the cult. Love it. I bought this in New Jersey, $12, best 12 I ever spent. Sharpie marker is on point, plus frosted flakes. Great review. One of the recommended comment backs was just rock on. It's not quite my brand, so I hate you for being able to get this so cheap. I'll just leave that one there. I think that's right. Vector on trying ready-to-drink Tanqueray gins. That's a bit of an old one now. Sold me on them. Hope somewhere local sells them. Lol. Great video. Don't really hang on the drink side of YouTube, but you definitely deserve more attention. I know, right? Yeah, absolute attention whore here. Do they still exist? I think that's like 2 years ago. Do they still exist? The RTD category is alive and well. I mean, you know, Diane Abbott is a known fan. I don't know if these still even exist or are now in a tall tin mixed with Sprite or some bullshit. ADFOK15, 6 days ago on the Ras Yay or Ras Nay video, said, tried this the other day. Didn't really get the light salinity savouriness that seems to be the consensus, but overall a decent whiskey. Just didn't fancy it enough to buy the whole bottle. Ah, we have a try before you buy. Very sage. I have no qualms about having bought the bottle once it is finished, I can find new uses for it as a doorstop. Meat mallet, or emergency weapon to kill intruders and protect my cat. There we go. Brew a Bit Rickshaw a week ago on the Lindor's video. Great intro, loved it. Sounds complex, loads going on, sounds lovely. Nice work as always. Cheers. Every once in a while, my hipster self gets an itch to film something wanky. Thus, I did. Glad, whoops it is. Glad you enjoyed the video. Thank you for sticking around. I'm assuming they're subscribed. They better be subscribed. This little button normally tells me. Yes, 9 months. Well done, you. I mean, genuine congratulations. Well done, you. That's a real endurance race. We've got 2 comments from Liz Faye Scott on ranking Scottish gins. Hendrick's has been knocking it out of the park with the limited runs. I've liked all the ones I've tried. Orbium, Luna, Midsummer. Have you been able to try the Amazonia or the Absinthe? I've yet to have either. Also, if you spot any spelling mistakes, do please let me know in the comments. Have I missed a speaking of which, have I missed a Caramilk review? Quick recap. Sorry, headphone users. Oh, there's 7 people. My word. It's nice. There we go. Yeah, it's just fake caramel. I don't know what else to say about it. This tastes vaguely like melons. Right, cool. Thanks for popping by, Jake, you madman. Right, cool. And the second one from Liz, this was a stupid idea. Why did I do this? This is a very talking heavy video and I have chocolate in my gums. I was gumming up my mouth. No, I only have 1 cube. Professional. A Corun is underrated AF. Screw the garnish, just drink it in a martini or an imperial and enjoy it. I've found Corun gets a fair whack of attention given their slightly niche roots, I guess. As much as I love an apple fan in a drink, this boy has to get 2,000 pints of Tennent's out an hour. Ain't got time to be whining and dining the fruit mandolin. Now then, this might go on for a while because I'm only on like last week, and I'm pretty sure this goes back to like a month. So this could take a while. Sit, get some popcorn on. Have I had dinner yet? Never mind. Clinton D. Abro, who's been subscribed for a month, states on the Aaron 10 video, had the previous 18 and prefer it to the new bottling. Was more spice forward, where the new is more sherry forward. Can't please everyone. Should we just leave it there? I never had the old 18, so I know not what I hath. Is that the correct use of hath? Missed. Failing in my Middle English at the moment. Yes, Jeff. Yes, it is. This is why I just got a reply to a comment. This is what we call admin. It's how the professionals do it. I mean, it's a drink. Anyway, back to it. 25 to Knife. That's a terrifying name. On Mellowcorn says, this is a fun one. The viscosity is the definition of a spirit being chewy, or so thick you can chew it. That was the idea, yes. I know this one does weird things to people in blind taste. Well, like sticks its finger in your ears or something, that kind of weird things. Often beating out much more expensive bottles. It has flavor, potency, I thought I said prophecy for a second then. Richness, complexity, far beyond its price range. For me, I get a lot more dry peanut shell on the nose than the corn smell people get. Okay, fair. Characteristics I often get from Heaven Hill products, or Heathen Hill products, as they put here. Don't know if that was deliberate. If you don't let pretentious bias creep in, it's very easy to love the whiskey, especially when value is considered. And also thumb that up. I just bought it for the ugly as old man balls label. Subsequently, I was pleasantly surprised. The contents did not taste of geriatric scrote. Sid Finch on trying 50-year-old Johnny Walker Red Label. Jimmy James, classic drunk sketch, 1936. YouTube, a bottle of Red Label is the star of the sketch. What? I love these ones where like the comment is just not a spec. Is he recommending I watch something? YouTube, a bottle of Red Label. Got a lot of these to do. Those sure were words. Shall investigate. I'll keep it open as to what I'm investigating. Here's one. On the old Camden Town Brewery Hell's Lager review from about 18 bloody years ago, Nathan Coates writes, pretentious bell end. can't deny my Bell End shops at Waitrose. Is Bell End hyphenated? I should know this. One Woman's Whiskey. Ah, always love these ones. On Lindores Abbey. So, Marion writes, yours is the first coverage of the Lindores I've come across. Get in. Great to see you waxing lyrical over a new whiskey. Maybe the slow rollout isn't such a bad thing. At least people might be able to get their hands on it, unlike so many early releases that just disappear into some other dimension. Auction. Never to be seen again. As for the detailed information, hopefully they'll adapt quickly and we'll start to put more specifics out there. Really good review, John. Thanks for doing it. Marion, Canada. Lovely, as always, to hear your thoughts. Marion. I was eager to beat all the other whiskey riff-raff on this one. I think I'll do. Just leave it there. Just leave it there. Trixo, also on Lindores, says, Daft Mill did wait until the spirit was ready, whereas I feel that almost all of these new distillers have released products that aren't ready. A valid point. Langtoon, agreed, help with cash flow in the early years, I guess, particularly important given the huge costs associated with starting a new distillery. Okay, so I've actually got two comments here. We've got a reply to this one. Exciting. So, to reply to a Trixo, not having the mouse clicking abilities of I'm going to abbreviate because I'm not quite sure. Lieutenant Commander Data. LEIU? Anyway, not having the mouse clicking abilities of Lieutenant Commander Data, I have never gotten to try some. I am told, however, I have some waiting in Manchester. It's nearly a year since I won that now. But no rush, no rush. And then also reply to Lang. I've also got another one down here. But anyway, agreed to help the cash flow in the early years, I guess, particularly important given the huge costs associated with starting a new distillery. I did look into buying a cask from Lindores. Not only are the upfront costs hellish, then we start getting into taxation of booze. That's when the plane ticket to Switzerland gets ordered. Cheap hussy life. Lovely. Oh, I've scared the majority of my viewers away. Never mind. Cool. So, Langtoon, also on my video comments. Great review, John. I've been looking forward to your review on this one. Sounds like interesting stuff and seems to show real promise. I've read there were 40,000 bottles in the release. Perhaps not surprising that they hadn't sold out quickly. A valid point. And much like whenever I get a hot fella back, I was a bit too quick on this one. No negative. Thanks, John. Well, this should be a nice easy one. Welcome. Moving on. The whiskey section. Also on the Lindors. Nice one. Nice to find another whiskey tuber out there. Subscribed. Oh. Thank you for joining in the madhouse. That's not what I call it, but I may start. There we go. Another one that says, great video, thanks. I'm going to use a suggested reply here. That was on Best Whiskey Glass. Right. Ace Lee 632 says, wow, looking really clean. What happened to Dark Gritty, John? He got hosed down by the council. More power wash, really. Razio Razne, I got dome at Mount Moon. This is in reply to a comment that I made in this video about everyone gets the Helix fossil at Mount Moon and gets Ammonites because there are Ammonites on the bottle. Not everyone can be a winner in life. Andy has a cat and a dog, and he's really good at yoga. Oh, well, I thought I was the one making callous innuendos about him, but apparently not. Actually, his cat made an appearance recently. His cat made... That's just what I'm going to put. Okay. He is a good, if ravenous, creature. Speaking of which, where's my animal? He'll be around. Mo! Mo! Prick. And he's really good at yoga. Do I make a masturbation joke? Yes, I do. My eyesight is bad enough as it is. Right, so Tio Pepe, Fino, and Rama. Preston W says, yes, I love this stuff. I think I've only had the 2020 or maybe 2019, but I love it. No sweetness, but just so damn good. Compared to beers, it's like a saison. I agree, more people need to check it out. I suspect this will become a fun little tradition for me every year. Some people go to music festivals. Some people spunk in their wives and start a brood. I drink sherry. Chris, nice video. You remind me of a guy that used to upload a long, long time ago. The hell was that noise? Okay, there's wailing in the amongst the neighbors. Just that's happening. Don't worry about that. Right, nice video. Remind me of a guy that used to upload a long time ago. Don't know what to say to that one, really. I mean, yeah, I dropped the ball. Oh, I got nothing. Charlie McDonnell. He's not done anything since he started having sex. Why should he start having sex? Like 29 or something? Found the poon and never went back. Trixo says on ranking Scottish gins. I had a bit of a pink and neon yellow moment, didn't I? About a month ago. Interesting, I don't know much about gin. I have a miniature of the Holyrood gin. I've not tried that one. I tried it on their tour and liked it. As a whiskey drinker, the T. Smith sounds like the most interesting to me. As a whiskey drinker, I would have thought the cask-aged ones would have been up your tree. However, the T. Smith is a fucking solid liquid, which is weird when you think about how physics works. Pony throat. Oh my. On what the fuck is dragon soup? If you liked dragon soup and don't like your dignity, try new Crack Rage alcohol energy drink. Half monster, half Listerine, all desperation. Drink new Crack Rage and send both your wife and your liver to the show. And lo, Stella Artois sales plummeted. Is it 2 T's and plummeted? I don't care. That was a good one. I really like that one. I'm a pin that one. How do you pin? Add this user as a comment moderator? No, I'm not going to go that fucking far. I can't pin. Oh, for God. Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Never mind. Daniel Wah a month ago. Can we still, this is on the Madeira video, can we still open Madeira in a fridge? Or is it too cold? Also, what is the regular serving portion of Madeira? Like a standard glass of wine, aka 150ml. I'm having Justina's Bowl Madeira 1996. Luckily, I'm having a bowl because it's already very sweet for me. Okay. I probably should have gotten back to this one sooner. You've probably finished the bottle by now. Madeira, due to the way it is made, is one of the few, possibly only, fortified wines that is completely stable at ambient. You can keep it in the fridge. Primary benefit is it will be cold on serving. A standard serve would be 50 to 100 mil, depending on how your day went. Oh, that fucking old new. I was going to say Copperberg then. They've been releasing a load of new shite again. Is it Copperberg that started putting out like fruity rums and bullshit? Ooh. Ugh. Any more comments on the actual stream? Not yet. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Let's do this. On the Buckfast video, Be Rich 33 says, "Wick up a $10 brew." I don't know what that is, but I am scared of it. Josh, good old Josh. Broken Man drinks banana beer and rants about work for 12 minutes. That was a seminal work if ever there was one. Gotta say, you framed the shot very well for someone visibly collapsing. Mo is an excellent camera cat. He is, you know. On the same video, Tom Allen stated, "Remember my bar working days and just being worn out at the end of the night from standing up all night. We'll have to pop around to your place next time I'm home in Edinburgh. I've essentially been working in office all through COVID, so it's just been business as usual. Can only imagine it would be brutal coming back after that much time." It has been a month now since you wrote this, and my knees still hurt. And I've not even been sucking that many random men off. Molasses on the same video says, "Nothing like being thrust back into the grind after the longest holiday. That beer sounds absolutely bananas." More like shot out of a cannon into a sarlacc pit. The sarlacc is called Sharon and has a coupon that expired 3 years ago and is demanding to speak to the manager or she'll stab an OAP, then write a bad TripAdvisor review. Liz Fay, sorry, some of your customers have been shit. No one in hospitality deserves that. The public are an entity, much like a storm or nuclear winter. They must simply be endured. Support the troops, and by troops I mean bar staff. I have been threatened 3 times by middle-aged women. Support us by lamping a Karen. Probably going to get in trouble for inciting violence. They started this by growing into their 40s. One woman's whiskey. Same video. Oh man, you must be knackered. Having been flung back into the insanity after all that time. Every donk on their high horse is going to be out, about, and on the loose. 3 deep breaths. Haven't been for a drink or dinner since August of last year, hoping to partially reopen here in another week. Keeping fingers crossed, plan to be one of the nice patient ones. Don't know this bit, and that's just fine by me. Respect. Oh yeah, I'd need to. I'm filming. There have been many lovely people, but the evil ones are louder. Oh, we have a comment on the stream. Hey John, Jeff, what have I missed? Who's getting beat up? Make sure to tune into the recap. Right. Coop Schneider on the same video. Nice to see you back at JD. It's just words. It's just words. I don't know what to do. What do I say? It's just words and numbers and symbols. This is a sentence. Nice to see you back at JD. What the fuck is this? 6 steam. 3 blind. V front greater than BJ. The same video, you know, I always do get a slight banana note in the standard Carlsberg beer. Do you eat many bananas? A month ago on the reviewing 22-year-old Strathmill whiskey video. Hilarious review. Came here because of a bottle of Cask Strength Strathmill I just bought myself, Sigtree Vintage. Haven't opened it yet, but enjoyed the review very much. Quite entertaining, and you apparently have a good nose and fine palate. Thank you. You joined just in time for me to have no time to make anything. More old mood. Jonathan Peterkin on Corona. I am love this beer. Ask for its hand. It's an abbreviation of it is, John, come on. Clinton D. Abro on ranking Islay whiskies. 2 comments here, actually. You knew you were in trouble before you, but Boonhaben 12-year-old is a B. It's definitely not a B because cost to quality ratio. Wee Beastie is sherry matured, so can't be compared to 10. Opinions. Some strong opinions. Published subscribed 1 month. I take it would be an A for you. Moving on. Fred Fredberger on trying Melicorn. I've been drawn to buying a bottle of this just from seeing it on the Whiskey Exchange website. I think Melicorn is like Cthulhu. Once you know it exists, it starts calling to you. And then there are the tentacles. Hybrid Agri on the John Walker Green label, old versus new. Green holds out blue at the price point. I mean, yes, it definitely does. The Kraken Mortalska Khalidla Linkwood mix is tops of the price versus blue. Just my 2 cents. The first blend was too mellow for my liking. The blue is for show-offs, and they get away with it. The Red Dwarf beer milkshake video. Roadbet writes, I am not a fan of Creek beer, but it might be a good try for this. I am not doing this again. George McCollister on trying Melicorn. Normally I drink Scotch or Nika. I'm in the US and never had this. Going to have to pick up a bottle. I believe you can exchange an old slipper for a bottle at some 7-Elevens. Is that how you put 7-Eleven? I don't fucking know. Is it a slash? I don't know. We've got Asda. I don't know. Alcohol-free Prosecco or no Secco. Even I'm sick of myself. A month ago, I totally agree with you. Marketing water as alcohol-free spirits. Lol. They just keep fucking making them. Okay, One Woman's Whiskey, a month ago on Lagavulin 8 200th anniversary. Ooh, them pirates. Need me to get one of those. Nothing like a good peg leg to start off one's day. Sorry, back to the Lag 8. You're never going to believe this, but woohoo, we can get this here. Not the 200th anniversary edition, it's the limited release. Still, very nice. Sans water for me. Prefer the Distiller's edition, $15 more than the standard 16 and far closer to my personal tastes. Gorgeous weather has arrived, finally. Long weekend in Canada. Dear God, you can actually buy something I've talked about. We have the nice weather now. A television in our pub melted the other day. I'm not joking. Two months ago, Ntiox writes on trying Malort. I've had Malort, and I've had something actually worse than Malort. What, barbiturate? About a decade ago, I attempted to make absinthe for the first time. Oh, I don't like where this is going. And it did not go well. All the recipes I could find at that time were for 50-gallon or larger stills, and my still is very small and only holds 5 litres. Yeah, I see where this is going. So I just did some simple division to figure out how much of each botanical to add. Turns out you can't do that and get a good result. I ended up adding about 5 times the amount of each botanical that I actually needed. One of the botanicals I added was osha root, which has a side effect of numbing your mouth. It turned out kind of like Malort if you doubled the flavour. Added a near overwhelming flavour of osha, which isn't good, and a simple sip of it made your entire mouth go numb for 10 minutes. Happily, I've gotten much better at making absinthe since then. Fucking hell. I shall not be sampling your wares, because they sound fucking lethal. It's starting to go dark now. I'm going to quick the switch on lamp on. Do excuse me. Oh, also, I wasn't kidding about like the knackered knee, which you're probably about to see. Yeah. Oh, dear me. Oh, my. Oh. Ah. Okay. Oh. 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 Now, where were we? Oh, treating myself with ibuprofen and hope at the moment. John Knox on Bucky says, why do the Irish always copy the Scots? Absolute culture vultures. Craig David, this wins best stupid comment of the year in my opinion, and I'm Scottish. Oh. I know, right? Taking the spring onions out of champ and calling it mashed potato. Fucking monsters. I shall ready the plaque and commemorative begonias. Stuck an S in there instead of an A. There we go. Right, how many more of these are there? Oh my god, I really neglected this. Woo! Oh, okay, no, the end is in sight. The end is in sight. Cool. Right, cool. Oh, Whiskey Neighbour 2 months ago on Speyside Bomb writes, I enjoy pears and melon. I agree. Artificial watermelon is horrible. Thanks for just sharing your mind. Cheers. My pleasure. There we go. I'm just going to use an auto. Puka Mail, again on the alt ball. I enjoyed the Balvenie 15-year-old single cast from 94 and 95, bottled in 2009-2010. Discontinued. Oak. Love it. Well, that's lovely, I guess. Alas, I shall never know. Da-da-da. Right, so on my very first video, how to infuse gin at home, the music is a bit too loud. I can't hear you very well. Edit. I see this is quite old. Hopefully you fixed this issue many years ago. I have, and brought my own issues to the channel instead. Drambuie is owned by Glenfiddich. Speckled Jim comments on a better Drambuie. Drambuie 15. I think William Grant. Yeah, no, they are William Grant. Oh. Oh no. More their parent company, but yes. And Glaver is Shite Mackay. Not quite sure who Stromer is. One Whiskey on Space Idol. There's actually two here, so should I read these in order, maybe? Yes, I'll read them in order instead. Pariah Messiah of the Foggy Bottom, we kneel before thee as we wail and lament the 8-minute loss of your legendary wisdom and wit. Fuck batteries. And second comment. I picked this up on a whim last year. It was one of the very few available on the shelves at the time. Likely for the reason you stated, not well known at all. I found it surprisingly excellent. Quite agree with your assessment and would buy it again. Not the cheapest here, but still under $80, which isn't bad for Ontario. Oof. Took a chance and it paid off. Always a nice combination. I've been using this as a level up for Glenfiddich drinkers recently, and it's paying off handsomely. Oh, we've got a big comment here. Oh, it's a fake comment. Should I read it? It's got God shit in it. Should I read this? I kind of don't want to read like preacher weirdness. Keep strong. Don't forget that despite the evil in this world, God is full of justice, mercy, and love. Justice said we broke his perfect law, causing the world's previous perfection to be destroyed, and therefore we deserve hell, like punishment in any legal system. But this is eternal, as his perfect law is eternal too. This feels like an incantation. Don't think you fit in that category? Ever done one of these? Lying, stealing, regarding house... Oh, fucking hell. Praise Cadbury's Dairy Milk. Struggling to decide between the Vinaya and the 11. Which one did you prefer? That is a tricky one, actually. I think the 11 takes it. There we go. Right, we're actually getting around to the last live I did. Bad Whiskey Reviews #1. 2 months ago, Tom Allen said, I do often wonder when reading reviews on Reddit and I see the mismatch between the text of the review and the scores being given. Example, read like absolute dishwasher drain port and they get a score above 75. What gives? It's like these people don't want to score low. I do sometimes wonder where the scoring comes from. I do, you know. Tom Allen again writes on Jim Beam. There's nothing wrong with the beam, but you're right, it is simple, not a lot else going on. There are other beams worth considering. The 95 proof single barrel is decent and not too expensive. I've seen it in Europe, not sure about the UK. Booker's is a great batch cask strength with every release being different. Started with that when I could buy it for $50 in the US. Not bought for a while now, it's typically over £75 in the UK. I think Wild Turkey 101 has to be my next stop, or else Whiskey Tube will murder me. They really do love a 101. Jeff Whiskey, we have returned. Not had a Jim Beam, but would have expected more harshness. Who has their first bite of a Christmas tangerine on the 23rd? Mad lad. Oh. I'm more of a New Year's Eve Tangelo kind of guy. Tangelo is a strange fruit. Drink some beam. Drink the apple beam. James Morgan, I'd be curious your take on Equal Rare. The UK gets it close to cost. It's difficult to get some in the States and the US, and is a 10-year. Noted. I shall seek. Always like a recommendation. Marion writes, after a few ownership flips over the past decade, this is now part of Beam Suntory. I believe the family is still involved in production and likely have shares. Not a bad bourbon, fairly cheap here. Sneaks it under 30. I prefer the Devil's Cut. That's about 82 and 5% higher. Cheers. I feel I need to try their fruity bullshit next. And we've made it to the end with this one. Keith L. 3 months ago. 821, I suppose we're meant to believe that the issue with using the word smooth is that you are in some way egregiously adding to the misleading idea that smooth equals better. I roll. Personally, I like the word rounded as a substitute, to be fair. If it's rounded and it has no sharp edges, it simply means that the edges are smooth. Rounded is the tasting note Trojan horse for the word smooth. I prefer to say it isn't shit. And there we have it. That was all the comments. The notification pulling me in again. You're welcome. Have some apple flavored Jim Beam, goddamn you. Yeah, so that's. Do you know what? I thought this would take an hour, and I think I've done quite handsomely on that. Stop that now. Zoom me in. There we go. Also, I had a haircut. That was a thing that I did. Cool. So that's me caught up on comments, which is exciting. I would say, should I do this again? But that would involve me neglecting comments for, I think, 3 months was as far back as we went on that one. So that maybe not do that. Maybe I should not do that thing. I could reply to comments on other whiskey YouTubers. That would be annoying. That would fuck somebody off, I'm sure. Though that's not to say it's going to stop me. Okay, cool. I need to finish setting up my new phone because, well, I'll show you the old phone. It had an incident with a wall today, and it's not doing great. That is not a screensaver. That is fucked. So yeah, just go around live trolling. I could do that. That is an option. I need to get rid of those lilies. They're over here. I need to get rid of them. They're extremely dead. Extremely dead. I tried growing sunflowers. They're all dead too. And we're going to wrap this up now. I'm going to get something to eat and possibly also shower. I'm a sticky mess. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining in. And do join me next time where I'll be doing some other bullshit.